Hey guys, it's Taz. And I know I look like not normally how I look, like dressed up and dolled up if you know me. But I just decided to come out here and talk today casually um, while I was here just working on branding, um, looking at samples, trying to get my branding together for my hair company. And yeah, so I live in Miami. I'm a hairstylist. I mostly do like wigs and sew-ins and frontals and closures and stuff like that. So, you know, that stemmed from me having a hair business. I've had my hair business probably like 9, 10 years now. And when I first started, it was not as hard as it is now. Um, it was a lot easier because there weren't that many brands out, and the factories used to always, well, you had to do your research to have a vendor. You would have to like really either know somebody who was selling a vendor list, or if you had to, you would have to, trial and error, order hair, get good hair, have bad hair. You would have to just do the work yourself. Nowadays, it's a million people selling hair. The vendors are now selling hair to the public. And so the game has kind of changed a little bit. Also, we're doing hair because I've also been a hairstylist like about the same time. And that came about because I was, one of my friends had bought a salon, and I'm a graphic designer. I mean, I did hair, I did my own hair. I was always good at doing hair, but my intentions was never to be a hairstylist. So anyway, my friend opened a salon, and I started taking hair classes. I started going to the hair shows. I started doing all that stuff to be able to help him run the salon. And then I grew this love for hair. I grew loving hair. I started off doing illusion parts, and that was like a big thing. And then boom, closures came out, and after closures came out, the frontals came out, and then wigs came out. And when wigs came out, it was like I fell in love. Like, oh my god, like it was just like, I don't even know. It was just almost like, you know what I mean? Like, people, I mean, with the closures and the frontals, that was still good too, but wigs made it like all together, like, it was just like perfection. And when I would do people's hair, I would like, it's easy to transform them. Like, they can be whoever they want to be, whatever color they feel like. Anyway, but I fell in love with wigs. And that's how I came up with the company Wigs Are Us. So, I was a graphic designer, so like making flyers and making business cards and all that stuff was easy. When I first started up my brand, and I was hella motivated, so I used to be like always coming up with new stuff, and but when you're in a business for like 10 years, it's like, it's either you need to switch it up because the times has changed. And not only do I have a hair brand, I work as a hairstylist, and I also have my other job of trying to be a content creator. So it's like I'm juggling three jobs at once, and trying not to make one have more of me than the other. So not only do I try to incorporate me doing hair into the hair brand, I also try to incorporate the creativity and trying to be a content creator with it at the same time. And that's been kind of hard. And it's January now, it's 2025. I'm trying to not say, because I'm like looking at everybody, I'm like, yo, if these people can do it or that person can do it, I can do it. It's just, I got comfortable throughout the years. I was just comfortable selling hair to, here and there. When I first started off, I think I was making maybe like $3,000, $4,000 a week on selling wigs. And now, because of the change, it's like I didn't change with the time. I just was like, you know what, whatever, like, I'm gonna just sell whatever I can sell. And you know, if they come with the wig from Amazon, or they come with the wig from TikTok, like, it's whatever. I'm just gonna install it, whatever. And I, I just said to myself, no, it can't be, because there's people that still want quality. There's people who still want their hair to have longevity. It's just like designer. There's people that are still buying designer. So I'm big on quality hair. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, so I work at a salon where I also sell hair, and I also create the content for the hair and for doing hair, because I feel like it all goes in hand. And now I am getting into the branding of the company. I hadn't ever did any type of branding when it comes to like boxes and bags and tags. Like, I never really was into that. I was just selling hair. I didn't care. I could put it in a plastic bag, but it's important. Branding is important in business. So now I have to really like think about, like, the bags that you put the hair in, the hair tags, the boxes. Like, this is sitting on one of the boxes that I got as a sample. The lighting, like, it's so much elements into selling hair and doing hair now, that it's like you can't just do hair. It's like when I was doing hair, well, before, when I was doing hair, you just had to post or maybe have some flyers, and that was it. Now you have to make reels. Now you have to, be entertaining, and on top of that, be good. Because I feel like people like the quality of your work, but it's like they're coming for their energy too. Like, oh, okay, like they want to see you, putting into the craft, also. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm trying to rebrand the company. I'm trying to still feel motivated to do hair. I feel like the change is that now there's so many hairstylists. I think from 2020, like, a lot of talented people came out of their shell and started like doing hair again, and which is great. I love that. Like, I love seeing like different hairstylists do different things and creating inspirations for hairstylists that have been in the game, because I feel like when you've been a hairstylist for a long time, you get how can I say, you get so used to doing the same thing over and over and over and over, so that you don't really, your creativity is like at a low. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's coming in, they want the same thing, either side part, middle part, side part, middle part. And it sometimes makes you not want to do it anymore. Because I went through a stage like that too, and I was like, I don't want to do hair anymore. I just want to sell hair, and I just want to, but if you can do hair and sell hair, why wouldn't you do both? It's kind of like, obviously, eventually I'm going to stop doing hair, maybe 10 years, maybe 20 years down the line, whatever. But for right now, I'm like, stop complaining and just do what you got to do. Get better at doing hair. Find ways that's faster at doing it. Make sure that you're making content at the same time, and make sure you have different levels of hair. Because I only used to sell like A quality wigs and A quality bundles. And I realized that you have to have different levels for different people. So you have to have the quality for the people that want the quality, but you also have to have, not the best quality, but that's workable. Because people are buying wigs and bundles off of Amazon and TikTok that they're getting, excuse my language, bullshit. And they're still installing it. They're still bringing it over and over and over. So, if you want to survive in this game, you have to have, different things for different people. So that's basically what I'm going through. And then when it comes to like doing hair, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like everybody wants the same thing, or they want the same thing, but they don't really want the same thing. Because it's like, I get a lot of pictures of body and curls, but then when they come to you, they don't want you to cut layers. Oh, they don't, you're cutting too much. Not knowing that the picture that they brought you, that's what it is. Or they'll bring you a picture of somebody with their natural hair and expect to have the same style with a frontal or a wig. Sometimes you can manipulate and achieve it, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes it's just impossible. A real edges is real edges. Yes, you can manipulate. Yes, you can, customize it to be as close to a real hair as you can, but it's just still not real scalp. And sometimes the more you customize it to look real, the more you pluck in, so you're damaging the wig or damaging the frontal, and it's thinning out the hair. It's still gonna lift, eventually. After a couple of days, it's not your hair for real. If you're not maintaining it and putting on scarves and all that stuff, and really taking care of your hair, it's still gonna lift. So you still have to know how to put it back down. You still need products, and that's another thing that I've been working on: product lines, um, for things to actually go with the maintenance of wigs and when they get their hair done. Because I feel like people don't really know what to use in their hair. They just go off of what they see online, and imagine having the products for them to use. Um, so lately, I've been actually like, this is one of my newest products that I have out, which is it's called a Magic Melt melting spray. And the reason why I got this product is because I kept hearing people talking about glueless, 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 which me personally, I'm not a glueless girl. Like, I hate a glueless wig. Like, I hate glueless because it's like, it's not real. You know what I mean? Like, when you see a person do a video for like a 10-second video of showing you them putting on the wig and spraying it down, of course it looks magical. But they're not gonna tell you what happens when they move around, or they go to a party and people keep hugging them, and or they go to the fair and they get on a ride and the wind blows, and there's so many things that happen when you do glueless. Me personally, I just can't take them chances. I can't take them chances. So this is what I use. I glue my wig down, okay, and I sew the back, cause you're not about to catch me slipping. You're not about to. I've done glueless, like closures and stuff, and I remember this one time I had a glueless closure wig on. I went to the strip club and I was out. I think it was like some quick shit, so I just had to throw something on, and I'm having a good time, and my homegirl was like pointing to my forehead. I'm like, what? She's like, go check on your hair. I went to the bathroom. My cap was there and my wig was right here. And I was just so embarrassed. I wanted to leave because I'm like, I saw people looking at it, but it's like, I wasn't, I'm thinking I'm good, like, because it's not off my head. But that glueless shit, sometimes it slipped back more times than not. It slips back. So I'm like, no, I can't take them chances. But I had to come up with something for that. So it's like, it's always something. So I came up with this for people who, don't want to use glue. Because there's a lot of people who don't want to use glue, and that's cool too. But I just explained to them that it's a temporary fix. It's not something that's going to last you a week, 2 weeks. You know what I mean? And you have to consistently freshen it up, freshen it up, freshen it up versus gluing it down. Like, my wig has been glued down, and yeah, I have to touch it up ever so often because, I wash my face, I wear makeup, but it's still not moving around. I know I can jump up and go somewhere and it's not going to fly off my head. And so it's a difference in security. I also have another product, which is the Skin Protect, which is for people who, it's not really for people with sensitive skin. I think everyone should be using a skin protector before you put glue directly onto your forehead, just to protect your skin. And then if you have sensitive skin, even more, you should use it. And it helps to make your wig last longer. It puts a layer, and I don't know, when they develop these things in the lab, they work together. So the skin protector and the glues work together to kind of give you like I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of like it helps. Like, one thing helps the other, you know. And then I also have this melting spray. I mean, styling wax. It's a styling wax. So when you're styling your hair, like, once you put the wig on, you use the styling, stuff like that. So not only do I have to work as a hairstylist, if you're gonna try, because one thing that I feel like hairstylists, but people don't realize this, when I'm a little older, so I'm now starting to think about like retirement and what am I gonna do after? Because when you're in the momentum and you're in your 20s and you're just doing hair, you're not thinking about retirement because you're thinking like you're gonna be making money forever. Truth of the matter is, you're not gonna be able to do hair forever. Your hand is gonna start like my hand. This hand, I get copper tone off when I braid for too long. So like, let's say I'm braiding like 4 or 5 people ahead for the day, it starts like locking up and stuff like that. So obviously, in another 5 years, who knows? I might not be able to braid at all. I might have to have an assistant. You know what I mean? So you have to start thinking about future. Like, okay, what am I gonna do when I'm done doing hair? And that's where you come in with products, selling bundles and stuff like that to make sure that you can still continue to live the same life, because hairstylists, we live like trap stars. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we don't. If you don't think about what you're gonna do later down the line, you don't want your lifestyle to change. So this is some not really, I could say samples, but some samples of some Burmese hair that was sent to me by one of my vendors for me to try out to see if I wanted to have it in the store, offer it to my customers, and I actually did the raw hair test and it passed. Um, it does have that smell, but I'm gonna wash them before I distribute them to customers anyway. And I think I'm gonna install this to take some pictures on a model. So that's that. What else? Now, when it comes to the content, now is another thing, because I feel like with the content, like, yeah, we went through the hairstylist thing, yeah, the selling the hair, it goes together. But now the content is like two different type of contents I'm trying to create. Like, I want to do my lifestyle content, but also do content for the hair and stuff like that. And what I realized is, which I recently realized I needed to do, is I need to incorporate where my lifestyle, which my lifestyle is hair. My lifestyle is beauty and hair, because I get my hair done, or I do my hair sometimes probably like once a week, once every 2 weeks. I get my hair done, or I change my hairstyle. And my makeup, I'm always doing my makeup, and I'm always getting my nails done. I'm always going to get facials. Like today, I went and got a facial. I didn't really like it that much because it wasn't really. I feel like it was just a little basic, but that's for another video. But yeah, so the content part of it now is me trying to incorporate the content that I'm trying to show the world with my lifestyle of doing hair, selling hair, and stuff like that. So that's been a kind of hard for me to do. I was trying to find the right word, but I don't know what it is. I also been going through my notebooks that I've had for years, where I always used to write stuff down about prices of hair, um, like the different type of products I wanted to have. I used to always have these stuff written down, even before I had products coming out. And then I had another book. I always get these books, like Fate or stuff like that. I always get these type of books because every day they give you, every page that you turn, they have like something on there that's telling you, like, this one says, "Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee." Isaiah 61. So it's like the Bible verses on top of inspirational kind of. So usually what I do is, every time I turn a page, I read what it says, I take it in, and then, I write my notes and stuff like that. So it's like it's still helping me keep me on track, and stuff like that. So yeah, so not only, there's other things that I'm trying to do also too, like trading and getting into real estate. But I'm just like, let me get my business in the hair business up and running to where it's solid. Let me get my branding for that up and solid. Like my packaging and those things are very important now in the hair business, especially when you're not the actual factory. I mean, the factory doesn't really have to do much because people will buy from them. They don't care about the packaging. But once you are not you have to have something to draw people in. You have to have something to make them want to shop with you. I've been lucky enough to have really, really good clients throughout the years. I've been lucky enough to have built a somewhat of a name for my business, that people still shop with me, or they come to the shop and they know that Taz is going to have quality hair, and so I've been fortunate. But now I'm trying to take my footprints, international, and trying to get like online sales, because it's cool that people come to the store and locally support you and stuff like that, but it's a different level of business when people are ordering here from New York and people are ordering here from everywhere. And you because everybody, there's so many people in New York that want hair. Now you have to open a location in New York. Like, I'm really trying to get to that level. And I feel like discipline, branding, you know, staying at work so that I can create the content for the hair, and actually doing the content that people like to see while incorporating my business and my job, basically, because my job and my business go together. And then I'm having a brain fart. And then the content creating part comes in it, because if you can't, you have to know how to market, you have to know how to create the content for the hair so that people can see it and people like it. You know what I mean? So that's that. So yeah. Um, Anybody who have any questions, any suggestions, I'm gonna try to come back here on a weekly basis and update you guys on how this branding is going. I have no bags, no boxes, nothing. I'm actually writing people right now. I was sitting here with my computer, you know, waiting till a certain time, because like writing those international, like writing people in China and India and those places, they have a different time zone than us. So I won't be able to get responses really from them until about 11 o'clock midnight, when it's like nighttime, like soon. So now I'm just trying to get like pretty much what I'm gonna ask them for, because I have to get the ball rolling. Like I've been kind of like dragging my feet for a while with this. And I think it's because I was just getting comfortable. At one point, I wasn't even focused on the branding of the hair. I was just focused on, okay, I'm going to be a content creator. And I realized, like, what the hell am I going to shoot content about if I'm not shooting about what I do every day? And hair is like the number one thing that I do every day. Beauty, makeup, those are the things that are like in my life every day. So I'm like, let me just figure out a way so that I can incorporate everything. And it's going to be easier for me to be able to stay on consistent with my content, also staying consistent with the business part of it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I will be back to let you know how my packaging is going, how the packaging has been going. I'm thinking about doing over the labels for my products, just because I feel like I've been doing this pink for a while. So I do want to keep the pink because I love pink, but maybe change the design. I want it to probably be a little bit more, I don't know, more simplistic, you know. And I'm also working on bags and everything. And so stay tuned. I'm going to be back. I'm going to be able to show y'all some things. We'll be talking about some other things. I have other things in business that I could talk about. I did go to college. I have a bachelor's degree, so I could talk about branding and marketing also. I'm pretty good at that. I know how to build a brand identity. If you don't know what that means, it's like starting a brand from scratch, colors, your logo, you know, business cards, flyers, whatever it is that you want to put out in the beginning, so when you're first building your brand. So if anybody has any questions, I will be coming back to update you guys about this branding that I've been working on. I'm going to be posting more content about hair, and I am going to be posting more day-to-day at the salon, and more day to day in my beauty regimens and stuff like that. So stay tuned. Bye.